number 13. And we're starting off with a super game. It's the number 1 South Korea against Egypt. Actually, it's Egypt against South Korea. So 2 absolutely strong teams are competing against each other. And what does the table say? So South Korea is on number 1, Egypt is on number 4, and both teams only are divided by 2 single points. So South Korea has magnificent 18 points, and a water card, while Egypt has 16 points. And we're getting right into the game. So much firepower once again against some water power. Looking good for South Korea. That much I can tell already. Let's go, and it starts off strong. The Necromancer gets the first goal here. Melody loses against the Red Dragon though. So Egypt can fight back, also has the shooting units. So it is 4-2 now. Ooh, that is the most brutal win. I think we had a similar situation once. Always the cockatrice. They destroy each other. That means in the next round the Jellyfish Pixie will win again. The best destroying moment they could ever get. Yeah, South Korea can get the 6-4 or 4-6 shall I say, and secures a couple of good points. That's gonna be super tough for poor Egypt here. I think they lost their last game already, so they're a little bit in a downward spiral, and I doubt it's gonna change a lot. Ooh, the water card. That is not looking too good. Let's see how this will turn out. The team leaders fight against each other, and the Red Dragon takes the points. My gosh, the Boomerang Fighter also wins against the Harpy. What is going on? Periton gets the points. Of course, Jellyfish Pixie kind of wins against the Cockatrice. And what is gonna happen here? So Melody receives +2 power for each non-elemental, but it doesn't matter because the Ember Gramkey just wins against any non-elemental. This is probably the perfect and the best setup that Egypt could ever get. So 8 points to 2 points. I'm in disbelief. I cannot believe that just happened. That is, from all the setups, my gosh. So Egypt is in the lead at the moment. Oh boy, can South Korea come back? The number 1 team against Egypt, set on place number 4. Will they catch up? Oh, the fire cards will visit some water cards. Oh, this is going to be so tight and intense. Will the Boomerang Fighter once again be here? No, not this time. It is just a draw. Harpy could dodge the Boomerang Fighter, but the Ember Gramkey strikes back against Melody one more time. Egypt in the lead, but the Water Elemental gets some points back. Also the Jellyfish Pixie. It all depends. The Necromancer also wins. It's gonna be a draw. Wow. Egypt made it happen. A draw between both of those teams in the end. Wow. Unexpected. Well done, Egypt, for doing this. And South Korea, yeah, has the 3rd draw, while Egypt has also the 3rd draw. Nice first game, I have to say. And the second game today is going to be England versus Turkey. England, out of a sudden, a little bit more serious to take. because they have won some good games recently. So they're on place number 18, have 3 wins now. That was finally something happened. The knot got released, kind of. And Turkey is in a very, very good place in the midfield. Still strong on place number 9. Meanwhile, has 6 victories already. 3 wins and 3 draws and 3 losses. England versus Turkey. And Chimera gets the first points against the Bambi. Too bad it's not the real game, otherwise it would be 4 points for England already. Oksuksa loses against the Bone Golem. And the Mercy Twister loses against the Voodoo Priestess. Good for England here. Oh yes, the Ogre Mage also wins against the Orc Warrior. And the Star Dreamer gets a draw against the White Dragon. But White Dragons are not anymore there for the next round. Wow, England. I mean, England was beating Thailand in the end. So, yeah. They are doing a great job at the moment. And here it looks pretty well too, against the so strong Turkish team. Let's turn the cards around, mix them up. So no White Dragon anymore though for England. Will this affect the total outcome? That's a clash. That might be a good clash here. So is it the Star Dreamer here? No. Oh, the Bambi. The Bambi wins against the Mercy Twister. 2 very important points. Only 1 point difference kind of from the score. So yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh. Ogre Mage also wins. What is wrong? What is going on with England? Yes, but that of course is not a spirit card. The Star Dreamer gets the points as almost always. Voodoo Priestess loses against the Chimera, and it looked so good, but in the end now, out of a sudden, the Xuksa also wins against the White Dragon. And yeah, that turned around a bit quickly. Still, 11-9. Can England get something out of this? There is 2 air cards which have to fight against the spirit card eventually. That would be super fatal for Turkey, and that might be decisive for the whole outcome of this match. How will the cards be placed? So one of the air cards is here, but not the second one here. That was very, very, very important. Last round. Oh, so important again. Such a clutch victory here. White Dragon against the Chimera, and the Voodoo Priestess gets the points against the Mercy Twister, which automatically means, although the Orc Warrior is winning here, that England has a draw secured already. And the win is there. The Ogre Mage wins. Only the Bambi loses, but that doesn't matter anymore because England is striving. They are really, really having a very, very good form, and got their 4th victory now, which gives them 8 points, and that might be place number 15 or number 16, which means out of the relegation zone, out of the zone where they would fall down 1 league. And Turkey, yeah, Turkey's still 15 points. It's super tight up there. Was a chance to get up there, but they missed their chance against England, which are just too strong. We have France versus Brazil coming up. And this would be a match which would be very, very delicate in football. Now, Brazil, out of a sudden, on place number 10, although only 1 point behind a lot of other teams which are in front of them. So that was brutal because Brazil was up there. And France, yeah, they're doing better and better on place number 14. After their fight in the last couple of places on the table, they want to have more, so let's say it like that. Here's the battle, which the Flying Piranhas definitely win against the Red Energy Knight. No doubt about that. Oh, there's another Energy Knight, and the Energy Knight wins against the Wimpy Girl. So, yeah, one loss of the Energy Knight and one win. Oh, the Fergal wins against the Water Ghost because it's not an Earth card. Good for Brazil, but the two team leaders also here, they clash. And of course, the Cyclops takes the points here. And the Banshee loses against the Moondog, and this is double frustrating for Brazil. Not only that France takes the first win, but the Moondog cannot be destroyed. So the full team of France is back on the field again. Actually, they didn't even win. They lost 6-4, but they didn't win 2-8, let's say it like that. So yeah, Brazil still in the lead, but not with the advantage they normally would have gotten. So let's get the points back to 0. That was actually pretty good from Brazil. France has to do something now. Oh, and another clash here, another clash there. It looks very good for Brazil. Hydra wins against the Wimpy Girl. The Fergal against the Water Ghost the second time. Smart little lizard thingy gets him the second time. And the Flying Piranhas against the Red Energy Knight. Wow. Banshee wins against the Cyclops. And I believe the fate has been sealed. It happened. It happened. The 5th position plus 5 power for the Black Energy Knight. Moondog is chanceless. 10-0. 16-4. Oh my god. France has lost already. And they don't want to play the last round anymore, but they have to. It's part of the game. So as always, just a little bit of damage reduction maybe. There's the two Energy Knights. France completely destroyed by Brazil, and Brazil wants to get up on the table again. That is a clear thing. Let's see how the last I gave away too much already. Last round will end. Hydra wins. What was here? The Moondog though. So the Moondog wins in this case, but Flying Piranhas the 3rd time in a row takes out the Red Energy Knight. Then the Fergal also the 3rd time in a row gets a win. And last but not least, the Black Energy Knight again on the 5th position, but at least the Water Ghost can fly now. So 3 points. 7 to 23 points for Brazil. Yeah, Brazil now out of a sudden 16 points, just as many as Egypt. No, actually Egypt just won. So anyway, 16 points for Brazil, and France has to go down in the table a little bit more, I guess. Now we have Japan versus Spain. Japan finally won a game again after this terrible streak they had. And Spain is on a very good place at the moment, place number 8. And they have managed to get some good wins, 15 points. That's a very good score. So we have two non-elemental team leaders who might face each other, which might go to be a draw. There's a water card. Good against all those fire cards from Japan. Let's see. Yeah, Sorcerer Apprentice, very nice, takes it against the Air Ghost, which is actually not even a fire card. So 2 points go to Spain, and that is not a water card. The Cyborg Rain still wins. So many Dark Elf Assassin wins against the Highlander. 2 more points for Spain. Looks very good. Nightmare Golem gets some points back against the Gladiator, and the Mugok loses against the Desert Troll. So instead of being very, very brutal in the beginning, it is kind of a normal score. 4 to 6, 6 to 4. Every team had it before and was able to come back from this score. I guess, at least. I don't know the stats about it, but I assume that every team can come back from a 4 to 6 or has done it before. Maybe the last teams like Mexico, Canada, they didn't manage. Second round. Mugog loses against the Highlander. Oh yes, and the Desert Troll also wins against the Dark Elf Assassin. So everything is completely turning around here. No, Sorcerer Apprentice again. Second win in a row. And there we have it. The clash of the two non-elemental team leaders. And the last cards. Gladiator will win this. So it's a 5-5 in the second last round, which makes the score 9 to 11. So Japan has to think of some good tactics now in order to turn the game around. But Spain looks pretty dominating, pretty powerful, has some good cards, has some very good counter cards, especially against Japan. I'm not sure if I was mixing, I'll do it again just in case. Sometimes my little goldfish brain doesn't really know. Last round. Mugog loses against the Nightmare Golem. Equalized. So it all depends from here. Sorcerer Apprentice loses the game now against Desert Troll. So the two best Japanese cards are in front and make the points, but what about the rest? Dark Elf Assassin wins against the Air Ghost. It's a terrible time for him. And the Cyborg Rain wins against the Desert Rider. So it all depends on this final card. And it's a draw. Gladiator gets the draw against the Highlanders. So close, but no chance. It is 16 to 14 for Spain. They made it happen. And they get a bit more up in the table and try to overtake Italy. Same score, by the way. And now it's the 8th victory of Spain. They are a winning team. And Japan going down again. Our last game today on the 13th day is USA versus Thailand. Such a nice duel, and USA is a strong team at points. Completely random. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. So if those dragons hit each other though, then Thailand will be victorious. Let us take a look how the US team will fight against Thailand. Thailand still, are they on second place? Yes, they are. 17 points on second place. USA is on place number 12. Oh yeah, Succubus loses against the Black Dragon. That's a good start for the US team. And the Spectre loses against the Mighty Krabarka. I was just about to give Thailand the points. But Mighty Krabarka is a good shot. in this case. Green Dragon wins against the Carrot Knight. No chance for the little Carrot Man. Air Elemental wins against the Sea Monster, but is out of the game for the second round. And the Alpha Cat also wins against the Zombie, so good comeback here. 4 points for the US team and 6 for Thailand. There's some background noises, and I apologize for that, but it won't be too disturbing, I hope. It has to be done. I'm living in Malta, and the heat here is too high to have the windows closed. It's simply impossible. I would just fall apart here. So I was mixing, right? Yes. Second round. US team. That might have been important here. Against Thailand. So that is not a water card here. Oh, Green Dragon has been taken out now. Good points. But the Sea Monster took out the strong opponents. Carrot Knight gets the points against the Succubus. Alpha Cat wins against the Black Dragon though. Oh, how did he do that? He did it somehow. Zombie wins against whom actually? Yeah, the air elemental. He would have won anyway. And this last duel, once again, the mighty Krabarka, who is winning against the Spectre. So out of a sudden, it is 10-10. And no dragon for the Thailand team. But then the US team has a couple of spirit cards in their hand. So maybe this is a disadvantage. Camera set. Let's go into the last round. Oh, the spirit cards could barely dodge, but they made it happen somehow. Sea Monster wins against the Dragon. Oh, the Spectre loses against the Carrot Knight. USA so close before a win, and now they have done it. The Zombie. USA is crazy. Look at this, out of a sudden 8 points. It is 10 points. I cannot believe it. Yeah, this was the destroyed card. 10 points the second time today. 10 points for USA against Thailand. Thailand so long on place number 1. Then they had this streak falling down, and now another loss. And the US team out of a sudden has 14 points and is up in the top tier. Look at that. And that was it for this day. So we see each other tomorrow for some more games. That was very entertaining. Hope you enjoyed it. And till then, bye.